Hi everyone, and welcome to this mind clearing moment on Monday. Today I want to speak with you about the lunar cycle with this super full moon, actually called a supermoon, that has been in our orbit this month. It brings to mind some of the things that I know about the moon, and I take those and think about how do the natural cycles reflect on our energy and our processing and our thinking and our path development as we move forward? How does the lunar cycle help us to clear our mind? What I know about the moon is something that I learned years ago. I was standing on the shores of Tofino on the west coast of Vancouver Island and just taking in the tides and taking in the vast scape of the oceans that lay ahead of me. And I had that incredible perspective-making moment where the ocean is so much bigger than I am. Mountains behind me and the wind blowing through my hair against my skin. And I knew there was something that drew me to that place. I knew that I could feel an energy that was so much bigger than me. And so I started to learn a little bit about the ocean. It's very little. The analogy, a single drop in the ocean, is really what represents my knowledge of the tides and how the moon affects them. So I've taken some time to read up about them. And the lunar cycle is actually the lunar cycle is one part of what actually causes tides on the earth. This is what I've learned. That it's the moon and the sun, as they're juxtaposed and aligned with our planet Earth, that pulls on the water on our planet. And it pulls on the water because the water is fluid and has movement and has space in its containers to shift. And at different stages in the lunar cycle, both the moon and the sun exhibit, or forgetting my science word, but exerts a different degree of energy on the water bodies. And that's why we get the movement of water and the tides of the ocean from high tide and low tide. And I'm learning that there are bulges and there are lowest tides and highest tides that are measured as well. And that's where I make the step from the pull of the moon and of the sun on our oceans and all those great bodies of water on our planet to our own energies. There's that piece about that statistic about how we are 85% composed of water as a human form, and that we feel the pull as much as the ocean does. And so I've come across, I was shared with me a great resource by a woman named Jennifer Raciopi. That's how I'm going to pronounce her name, and I'll share a link to her work with you. And Jennifer has a story of healing and holistic wellness that follows, because she follows the charts of the moon and the different phases of the moon. And you can have a look into her work to see how she guides us, or how she uses those different measurements of energy to chart her work and chart her path. This is where we can turn to our own charting and our own awareness, our own consciousness, and our own perspective building. That when that earth reacts, when the water reacts, when the moon and the sun exert their energy, we feel that. And there isn't something conscious about it, and there isn't something direct and measurable about it. But if you take time to tune into it, there are changes in our days, and each day is different for us. The moon is one way to look at that difference and to consider how you might be pulled in different directions. To clear your mind today, I encourage you to consider that we are very, very small on this planet. And this planet functions at a remarkable vibrancy. And the pull of the moon and the sun, the male, the masculine and the feminine, the light and the darkness, the warmth and the chill, the stillness and the movement. There's so much going on around us that we're unconscious of that does impact how we function. When you take your mind-clearing moment today, consider what is bigger than you. What energy are you responding to? How are you being drawn by the natural movements and energies of the earth? What challenges, what blocks are being created in your life that stop you from following that energy, from that core pull of you on a planet that was created for you? What vibrancies are the natural rhythms of the earth guiding you to and providing you with and setting you up to bring into your life? This supermoon that's been in our space is one of those road signs to say, take a moment, consider this. How can you be more aligned with the natural rhythms of our planet, of our solar system, of your well-being, of your purpose, of your path? As you breathe in, drawing in that energy, letting it reside in your body, in your heart, in your spirit. And breathing out, releasing those pieces, clearing them out on this Monday. Clear out those pieces that are blocking you from living that vibrant, natural rhythm of the earth. Enjoy that imagery of the moon and the sun. Take time to infer about poles, two different ends, or polar opposites, comparisons. See if there's anything that you can clear out in your mind today to make room for growth, to make room for following more closely with the natural rhythms of our earth. Take care, everyone. I hope this has been a mind-clearing moment for you on Monday.